Reading's off the pitch woes are well documented, but their 4-point deduction is compounded by their struggles on it.
What do you think on these Portsmouth fans, James? I mean, do you think they're right to be still bitter about the behaviour of some Reading fans over 10 years ago? Or is that just football fans in general?
Can I sit here now and justify that Reading fans wouldn't be the same if the shoe was on the other foot? No, I don't think. I'm sure if we were having, fake money thrown around at us, as we probably likely are Saturday, to be honest, but had it been us 10 years ago that was the other way around, I'm sure we'd still be upset and annoyed by certain portions of fan bases. So I guess if you do give out your medicine, you got to take it.
Tennis balls on the pitch, a reminder of the familiar protest of
tennis balls, won't save your club. Tennis balls, won't save your club.
Away from the middle, right-footed cross into the box, and there comes a great finish and a wonderful goal from Tino and Durin on the volley. Side puts it into the bottom corner and Ports to the right back in this game, and Durin may not have had half an hour to remember so far, but that's a brilliant goal. It's Reading 2, Portsmouth 1. Here's a chance for Devlin, gets his shot all wrong, might fall for Lane, to Bishop, there's the goal! Pompey do equalise before half-time. Reading straight in the fourth official's face, saying why is the whistle not gone? The patient build-up was the correct one. Bishop's calling for it, the far post is towards Bishop, nods it down and into the net! And it's a magnificent goal! Well worked from Portsmouth, and Terry Devlin has his first Pompey goal. Cross from Sparks, beautiful cushion header from Bishop, slammed into the roof of the net by Devlin.
That's now 17 points from losing positions this season, 232 days unbeaten. When we speak about mentality, I've run out of words. I cannot think of any more superlatives to describe this Pompey side.
26 undefeated, playing football the CDO's way. 26 undefeated.
Pompey have just gone the entirety of British summertime undefeated.
230 days without defeat, 26 undefeated as well, which is a great statistic as well. They've gotten 17 points from losing positions as well. They've scored over 25 goals now this season as well, and they're going to sides and winning and playing good football.
This is a new Pompey. This is a Pompey side with unlimited belief, character, resilience, and importantly, quality. It might be early on in this season and too early on in this season, but that mentality will win you league titles. I genuinely believe that.
Let's start to concentrate on the guaranteed 3 points we always get, of course, when we head down to Fratton Park. That always cheers me up. Each of our last 7 visits to Fratton Park, we've won. We've also won 10 of our past 11 games down there.
Dartford at home is obviously one you look at and think, not again, given Portsmouth's absolutely terrible record against Charlton.
Always a really difficult place to go for other sides, I suppose, rather than us. But the atmosphere there is always really, really good.
I am a superstitious person, but I don't see this one as a superstition. It's just the history books stand now, just two completely different sides, different personnel, two different head coaches. Everything about this fixture is very, very different, I think, from what it was last year. And
we're waiting for something to go wrong, to be honest.
What will go wrong is us beating you out of nowhere again, probably.
No, that's expected. No, that's not the catalyst. We're all just okay with that. We've resigned ourselves to it, to be honest with you.
Good.
Do you believe in bogey size and that sort of thing?
No, absolutely not, because I just don't think I genuinely don't think it matters. What relevance to Charlton's side last year or the year before have to this fixture? Absolutely none whatsoever.
Absolutely impeccably observed. The Remembrance, everything was absolutely perfect, wasn't it? And I always worry, Jeff, and I don't know about you boys, but when they say please don't clap after the last post, and you always get that one or two that do, but it was silent, and it was chilling, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was just that moment of reflection. Just stood back, and you could hear a pin drop in Fratton Park. No, both sets of fans were impeccable.
That,
Both sets of fans were impeccable.
To the near post, Bishop goes up. Charlton get it. Clark edge of the box. Volley finish. What a brilliant goal! Oh, magnificent from Abu Kamara.
I loved that performance.
Yes.
It's from minute 1 to 90.
It's probably the best we've played.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up, because a lot of the games, like
we've been
Barnsley
waiting
was
for
a
a game
proper.
like this,
Charlton felt like it was 75 minutes of pistol whipping them. We were so much better than Charlton for a lot of that game. We should have been out of sight way before they get that 93rd minute equaliser. So performance-wise, again, the spirited display at Orient, we got through a shaky opening 10 against Charlton. I was like, dear God, that first 10 worried me.
Yeah.
But we settled down, we got through it without conceding, and then even with the equaliser from Charlton, we didn't step off. We went right back on the front foot, should have scored. That's when we missed the opening goal. We should have won that game.
I came away, I'm not sure about you, Jeff, I came away disappointed with
the scam results back for Regan Poole. What's the latest with him?
Yeah, a real blow with Regan. Unfortunately, he's torn his ACL, so he'll be out for the rest of the season. And
no one likes to hear those words, do they? Especially one of your better players. You don't want to hear the ACL. That's gone.
He'll be starting on Saturday too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out for the season.
Clearly the club knew before the Charlton game. They're like, we can't tell them. Not before Charlton at home.
Yeah, right.
The 93rd minute equaliser, obviously we'll get onto in a bit. The club must have gone, oh shit, in 20 minutes we have to tell them it's really fucking it's really fucking bad news.
He was sat there with his leg over the seat in front of him as though nothing was untoward.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're sat there criticising the club for not putting him in an e-brace, you're just being reactive and reactionary.
Whereas Paul was just wandering around. With a bit of support, I think. But surely, if there's any suspicion that there could be a serious injury, or even an injury of any sort, surely you want to rest it as much as possible, don't you? You don't want them wandering around.
Like it's still a season-ending injury, no matter what
isn't it?
game you play in. There's no one to blame here. It's just shit luck.
It is.
This could potentially derail the season, in my opinion, because Poole is arguably the second most important player in this team. But I know Andy Moon pointed out that he believes any side with Sean Raggett starting in their starting 11 can still get promoted. I'm sorry, I don't really. I genuinely think if Regan Poole isn't replaced in January, I don't think Pompey can get promoted if he's not replaced properly.
Anyone that's going through a tough period, I've been there the last month or so. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. I've seen that for sure. You always need to focus on what's the main positive and what's the main goal. It's not the end of the world. It's not ideal for sure. But you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I will return and play for Portsmouth Football Club again, which is nice. Hopefully in the Championship.
Portsmouth had chances to score. Blackpool had chances to score. They took them. Portsmouth didn't.
Well, it goes from bad to worse for Portsmouth. But here's the original penalty decision just moments before. Maybe Kenny Dougal's a little bit lucky.
I remember the days when we used to go to Portsmouth, and Portsmouth would cheer their team. If they were losing 6-0, Portsmouth would be cheering and driving their team on.
I got to mention them straight away. The fans were fantastic.
I had to take my headphones off at the end. I thought it must be the Blackpool fans singing, and then I looked around me, and
yeah, and rightly so. You know, the team's been fantastic this season so far. You know, when the fans recognise their bit of support to help them through to the end, they do it.
Yeah, the atmosphere, the singing at the end was incredible, considering Pompey were 4-0 down.
It was brilliant. It's amazing, and I think that's a reflection of everything the fans know that we're trying to build here, everything they've seen us do over the past 10 months, and yeah, it was a brilliant reaction. We know we're going to travel again in the droves on a Tuesday night up to Burton in November, and yeah, it's amazing to have them behind us.
They played too poorly, but first of all, credit the 27-game unbeaten run. It will always be remembered. You know, there'll be some big games where they'll think, oh, remember when we went to Barnes and we ended that record of 20-plus years. You know, we got a decent point against Charlton. We should have won it. You know, we beat Wickham in the last minute. We beat Lincoln. It's all about the bounce-back ability for them now. And you are going to have it in a season. You are going to have 3 or 4 big hits. And, you know, Regan Poole getting injured. They've had 2 or 3 big blows in the last year. Joe Morrell getting sent off.
27 games unbeaten is some achievement. How do you look back on that run now?
Yeah, it was a brilliant achievement, I think, and a lot of positives have come out of that, definitely. And you know, we need to make sure that we keep going and leverage those positives going forward, because you know, this will be seen as a blip if we go and get a result on Tuesday night. But you know, if we don't, then you know, the whole unbeaten run and everything we've tried to build will be worth very little. So we've got to make sure we get a head stand and go again.
We'll see what this Portsmouth side's all about. We'll see what John Moutinho's like as a man. We really will.
D is packed, the edge of the box is packed, Bishop steps forward and scores, rolls it to the goalkeeper's left, Crocombe goes to his right, and 38 minutes have gone. Colby Bishop's got 11 for the season, Burton 0, Portsmouth 1.
Colby Bishop, injured in this game. Sad times. I do not want to comment on the severity of it, or it will be okay, because we did that for Regan Poole. And
we don't really know. So we'll have to just wait with bated breath, I suppose.
Yeah,
by the sounds of it.
Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Rafferty is fed, Rafferty square, across, and the ball's in the bottom corner! And Alex Robertson is his first goal for Portsmouth! No chance for Crocombe. What a great moment for Alex Robertson. A first senior goal. It's Burton Albion 0, Pompey 2. The inevitable.
Great mentality. Oh, it's good to be back, baby. I don't post that, that's cringy.
And it's the bounce back we needed after that horrible performance on Saturday, and
straight back to it now.
Exactly, and Northampton on Saturday. So
complete the week, and then we'll be there, won't we?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
back to normal.
Left-footed in swinger towards the far post. Ragger's header is into the back of the net. You do not leave Sean Raggett all alone from a corner. He'll punish you every time. Raggett is just not going to miss from there, and he nods it easily down past the goalkeeper. It forward, Pompey, things might open up down the left for Lane, and Lane trying to get in behind here, and Paddy Lane plays it over the goalkeeper, and Paddy Lane's effort is into the back of the net, and Lane will go and celebrate with the away fans. It's a really, really well-marked goal. Then Northampton give it away again, and Pompey can break forward, and Pompey with Robertson just outside the corner of the area, and a ball to Lane, and Lane's got a chance in the penalty area, and Lane makes it 3-0 to Portsmouth. He had all day to bring it down, pick his spot, and he wasn't going to miss.
Saturday marked a new club record of 15 consecutive away league matches without defeat, and that is quite a phenomenal one as well, isn't it?
2 games away from home since losing to Blackpool has been brilliant. I think it was always going to sort of show the character, test the resolve of this team, and I think they passed it with flying colours.
I do very much feel at the moment, and completely understandable from a Portsmouth fan's perspective, that rather than just enjoying the ride at the moment, there's just this fear that things are going to go wrong at some point. And that is simply where we've been in the past few years. Portsmouth have started well and fallen away, and everyone just fearing that's going to happen again. Who knows, it might. But I think you've got to be really enthused and encouraged by what you are seeing, not just at the start, but what you keep seeing from John Messino in this team. They look like a team who've got the distance to being contenders right the way through the season. It doesn't mean they'll get over the line, but you've got to like the signs you're seeing at the moment.
How do this Pompey group respond to the first defeat? And to go and then score 5 goals away from home across 2 games and not concede any, that response was pretty good.
A happy week for the Blues, back top of the league. So it's all good. And it was just a blip. It just goes to show that it was just a blip against Blackpool, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No need to lose our sheet.
No. Panic over.
Panic over.
It says that they've taken the disappointment of Blackpool on the chin and got themselves together and come back really positive and confident. And I can't speak highly enough of the group in there, and the way that the squad operates is excellent. We've got some real leaders in that dressing room, which we needed coming out of it. And barring obviously all of the football work we've done this week, I've genuinely felt I've had to do very little to sort of pick the boys up. And I did really want them to be disappointed after Blackpool. I wanted them to realise that we lost the game for certain reasons, and taken everything on board. And today was, I guess, the culmination of a really, really good week that they've had, and a tough week as well, considering we've got 2 away games. So I'm very proud and very, very pleased for the boys.
And that just shows this sort of Pompey team is full of mentality, full of togetherness and belief, and you can really overcome obstacles that come your way, no matter what you've dealt with in the previous game. And a 4-0 is a pretty humbling one. I would say it's quite humbling because of the fact it's quite a few goals, and in the second half you just weren't good enough. But you've come out of that fantastically well, and you look at the league table, you're still in a very, very positive position. A big month coming up. We'll talk.
Under the lights at Fratton Park, this is bound to be a mental matchup. The fans are going to be up for it, which should make the encounter that extra bit spicy.
Tonight is the night then. Portsmouth at home have got a possible 21 points out of 30 already this season, and Bolton away from home have only lost once, so tonight in there is going to be magical.
She's got all the hallmarks of an absolute classic underneath the floodlight.
Discipline, deliver it early, high energy, high intensity. If we keep doing the things we've been doing that have brought us this far, we'll be okay, and I really believe that.
Hope that Ricardo Santos can be as dominating as he invariably is against League One strikers, up against Yengi, who is the deputy for Bishop. But this is arguably the best time you could be facing them so far this season.
The potency of Bolton Wanderers, they are the top scorers in all competitions across the land. 63 goals already this season.
Into the box, Bob Barton!
Magoma cross, Bob Barton had a great save. Oh, Charles has missed the most certain goal.
missing them. Oh, Dan has got to be missing the season in any league. Please get it out. Do not concede here, honestly. Goals from the corners, most this season, Portsmouth. Just what we want to hear. Just the information we wanted to know. Ball in the box, but they've got another. That's 10. Fucking hell! Fucking simple header away!
Deliver in front of the Milton end. Here it comes to the near post. Header is in! And Portsmouth have scored! It's quite a shock to see. A wonderful run, a deft header. No chance for the goalkeeper. Portsmouth 1, Bolton 0. Yengi's on the ground, White's in the area, White turns back, looks back to Devlin, White again, Pompey still in the box, across the face of goal! Yengi! He's done it! The Australian will not be denied, and neither will Portsmouth! They're heading 6 points clear at the top of League One! Portsmouth 2, Bolton 0!
Congratulations to Portsmouth. We have got a game in hand, and you will be caught because you have to come back to the Reebok. You will be caught. Just enjoy your evening.
Everyone in the Milton end who got properly involved, yeah, well in.
Can't take that away from the mate. No, well done.
And when you watch the goal go in, back on the highlights, you see home fan Milton end limbs, and that is like Halley's Comet. Oh, it was. I could not stop watching it. Home fan Milton End Limbs. It is absolutely beautiful to watch. They were singing their own songs. They were going to the Bolton fans about. They were all a part of it.
Everybody who's still there has probably still got a smile on their face because of it. Wonderful night at Fratton Park. Obviously massive to go 6 points clear at the top. I think though in some ways almost bigger psychologically to help the fans. I think the players probably already believe in what they're doing and that they could perhaps go on and win League One, but I think a game like that gives everybody who was there the belief that they can go on and do it.
All through the week, all I was hearing was Santos in training. Santos is strong, Santos is fast, so I knew I was up for a big game and I came out and did what I did.
I saw your Sky interview about Santos this, Santos that. Was he really that big of a deal today?
Nah, he was a piece of toast.
Maybe it can't be called a decider in December, but oh boy, wasn't that some Portsmouth statement under the lights.